The Gospel of St. John, chapter 1, verses 35 to 42. The next day, John was there again with 2 of his disciples. And as he watched Jesus walk by, he said, "Behold the Lamb of God." The 2 disciples heard what he said and followed Jesus. Jesus turned and saw them following him and said to them, "What are you looking for?" They said to him, "Rabbi," which translated means teacher, "where are you staying?" He said to them, "Come, and you will see." So they went and saw where he was staying, and they stayed with him that day. It was about 4 in the afternoon. Andrew, the brother of Simon Peter, was one of the 2 who heard John and followed Jesus. He first found his own brother Simon and told him, "We have found the Messiah," which is translated anointed. Then he brought him to Jesus. Jesus looked at him and said, "You are Simon, the son of John. You will be called Cephas," which is translated Peter. The Gospel today starts off the next day. The next day from when? Well, the day before, John the Baptist saw Jesus at a distance, and he told his disciples, that is, John's disciples, "There is the Lamb of God," which means there is the Messiah. So, the next day, in other words, after John pointed out Jesus as the Messiah, 2 disciples heard what he said, and they followed Jesus. Jesus turned and saw them following him and said to them, "What are you looking for?" Now that is a question that is so deep, not only for those 2 disciples who were seeking something in life, who were seeking salvation, who were seeking truth, who were seeking love, who were seeking God. And Jesus says, "What are you looking for?" Well, deep down in their hearts, they were looking for God. They were looking for the Messiah. And so then they said, "Rabbi, teacher, where are you staying?" So it was Jesus who first inaugurated the conversation. And then he says, "Come and you will see." Now this first question, "What are you looking for?" could apply to each one of us. In my life, what am I really looking for? What are the things that I'm putting emphasis on? It could be material things. It could be seeking success. Or it could be looking for eternal values and eternal truths. In other words, God himself. So that's the first thing we might think about. What am I looking for in my own life? And the second point is that they stayed with Jesus that day. And it wasn't that they were so interested in looking at his house or his room or where he was staying. They wanted to get to know Jesus. In other words, to have a personal relationship with Jesus. And that is faith. Our faith is not just the repetition or recitation of words. Our faith is a spiritual friendship. It's befriending Jesus, getting to know him better, to befriend him, and to become his disciple, become one with him. That's the second thing that we might think about in this little gospel. And the third thing is that these two who were following Jesus, one of them, Andrew, but he was the brother of Simon Peter. And so he went to his brother and he says, "We found the Messiah." The idea of sharing our faith is connected with evangelization. In other words, spreading the good news that Jesus is the Messiah. And that's what Andrew did. So he brought his brother to Jesus, and Jesus looked upon him and he says, "You're Simon, but you will be called Cephas," which means Peter. And he became, as you know, the first Pope, the first Holy Father. He became the center of the early church. So these 3 points we might think about. What am I seeking in life? What am I actually seeking daily? Secondly, what is my relationship with Jesus? Is it superficial? Just a recitation of words? Or is it a real relationship, making him the center of my life? And thirdly, do I make an effort to spread the good news and tell others, I have found the Messiah? God bless you. Have a nice day. And until next time, goodbye.